Can you sit back in the position, please? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Right. Okay, go.
I'm getting out of here.
Okay, thank you.
Love you.
Love you, bye.
Do it shorter and upload it, they're freaking me out.
Yeah. Hi guys, my name is Tamara Al Gabbani. Marhaba, hola. So sorry I couldn't be with you. A series of unfortunate events prevented me from being there today, but I'm with you in spirit for sure, and I look forward to seeing you all of you in the future. So to make up for being there, I'm doing a presentation for you guys. We've actually set up our own camera, and I hope that the quality of this video is good. So where do I start? Who am I? My name is Tamara Al Gabbani. I am a fashion designer and a blogger or a social media influencer from Dubai. I'm self-made. I was actually raised in Dubai, went to school in Dubai, did my university in London. I'm a finance graduate. I went back to Dubai after I graduated from university and really wasn't interested in working in a bank or a real estate firm. I felt like I really wanted to do something that was a bit different. I was actually raised by a very conservative family. So my career choice, which is how I started, wasn't exactly, I would say my family's choice for me. It was the role of a TV presenter and producer. Well, I was a producer much later on, but in the beginning I was a TV presenter. And it was for a lifestyle channel in Dubai. And that's where I started my career. It was by complete accident that I started. My best friend called me up and said she'd promised someone she'd go to some casting and she couldn't be bothered to go. But because she promised she would attend, she couldn't leave the space empty, so she asked me to go in her place, and that's how I got the job. And that's how I started. I presented for about 4 to 5 years, but as a TV presenter, I really loved learning about the entire process of production, so I eventually became a producer and started producing my own shows. I loved working with a team. A lot of people ask me, where did I get my work ethic from? I think a part of it is internal, and then another part of it is because I started working in television. When you work in production and in TV, you do whatever it takes to get the job done, and you work for as long as it takes and do whatever it takes to create this product. And that's something that I've taken with me into everything else that I've done. And people are always like, you have no hours, you work overnight, you're so resourceful, you're just always willing to finish, and it's, well, because that's what TV is. You have an airtime, and if you don't make it, then nothing goes on air, and you can't have that. So I would say that's where my work ethic really stemmed from, and I also think that TV gave me a very good teamwork experience. And ultimately, I have to tell you, no matter how great you are, you're only half as good without a good team. So that was a great experience for me, working in Dubai in television for a few years. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. So after it was during the end of my career in TV, I was just like, I really felt like the TV gave me a great opportunity, especially as a producer, to create. So I was creating, but I wanted to do something else. I know that I wanted to have my own business, but I couldn't really figure out exactly what it is that I should do. Like many people, we all have like a few talents, and I knew that fashion was definitely one of mine, but I didn't see at the time how, I guess I just didn't believe in myself. I thought, well, why would Why would anyone be interested in my fashion? So after TV, I decided, okay, instead of starting a brand or a company that does that, why not start a service? So I started my personal shopping service. So I started personal shopping and styling for clients across the Gulf, from all kinds of backgrounds, all kinds of sizes, all kinds of lifestyles. And I saw after about a year that, you know what, I think I understand the market quite well. So that really gave me an in-depth knowledge of what people like, what people don't like, what they'll wear, what they won't wear, what suits them and what doesn't suit them. So after doing that for a year, another opportunity came my way. And it was a childhood best friend of mine started a t-shirt to defend a woman that was brutalized in the media in the Middle East at the time. This woman had gone on the Oprah show and had made some mistakes, which were completely unintentional, and people were very nasty to her. So this childhood best friend of mine, Mohammed Sultan al-Habtour, decided to make a t-shirt with a slogan on it to defend her, "Leave Lamis alone." The t-shirts were sold and the money went to charity, but they did so well that we decided to turn it into a business. So I came on board and I turned that t-shirt into a business. We created a t-shirt brand. It was called the House of Glamo, and they were t-shirts with slogans that defended causes, raised awareness, did good things but in a really cool way, tongue-in-cheek, a bit witty, and very fashion. They did really well. It was like an overnight success. I would say that sometimes that's just as difficult dealing with that than it is for to push a business or get a business off the ground, because you're not prepared for that kind of demand. So I did that for a year, and after doing that for a year, that really helped my confidence, because I was able to see that I can actually manage a business. I can create something, I can manage it, I can develop it. So that's when I decided I was ready to take my next step to launch the Tamara Al Gabbani brand. Now, as most entrepreneurs know, if you have the passion in your heart, you will do whatever it takes to make this business happen. So I used everything I had and poured it into this idea, the Tamara Al Gabbani brand. Everything that I had, I created a 35-piece collection, and decided to do my launch at Burj Khalifa, which is an icon. It's the icon of the Middle East, it's the icon of Dubai, it's the icon of the United Arab Emirates. I launched my collection there, and about 800 people showed up. It was a bit unexpected, and we sold out on the day of the collection launching. So that was like another wow, my God. 3 days later, I was at Cannes Film Festival, and I was named Best Dressed at Cannes in my own design. So again, I was like, wow, so honored and so humbled by this positive reaction, that it really throws you into the deep end, because there's a whole new business that you don't have much experience in, and you have to figure it out. But that's what being an entrepreneur is about. It's about figuring it out, really figuring it out and pulling all your resources together, trial and error, whatever works. So my brand encompassed the goddess, which is what I believe all women are. Women are goddesses. They are beautiful inside and outside. Women, to me, symbolize femininity, beauty, strength, and perseverance. Women are givers of life. That is a godly attribute. That's something men don't have. And I don't think men have the strength of a woman either. I love that women are that embody all of these qualities, that embody all of these characteristics. And I really wanted to create a pedestal for women to stand on and feel beautiful. And so that's what my designs meant to me. And that's how I designed them. So that's where the Tamara Al Gabbani brand started. And I it started with an evening gown collection, but I branched off later into jalabiyas and abayas, which is a traditional wear, but with a very modern twist. So using our heritage and our culture in the beauty of its design and pattern. So I create all my own textiles, I create all my own materials, but then designed in such a way that they have such an air of elegance and modernity that anyone can wear them. So that's what I branched into next with the brand. Now, the thing is, I was ready to take a back seat with the brand when I launched it. I'd been in front of the camera for so long, and I was like, you know what, I'm ready to step away and happy for the brand to be at the forefront now, and it just didn't work out like that. Unfortunately, my intentions were crushed. The more that I wanted to push the brand, the more people were interested in what I was doing. So I started to notice that the more that I did interviews, the more that I was active in the media, the more that I did photo shoots and magazine covers, the more the brand did well. So I noticed there was a direct correlation between me and the brand. So I had to, pull up my boots and be like, okay, Tamara, back in front of the camera. And then what happened with this was, as an entrepreneur, everyone knows you're on budget constraints. And so I use social media very heavily to push my brand. And what happened was that brands started to notice what I was doing with social media. So they started approaching me either for advice or to be their brand ambassadors. I think that they realized that social media was the way forward at a time when people weren't really catching on, but I was very aggressive with it. And I then realized that there was a personality that the people wanted and that brands wanted, and then there was the brand, my